Ciao everybody! So right now I am in Umbria, Italy, and in 2019 my husband and I spent our honeymoon in Italy and we absolutely fell in love with the place. Gosh, we love the countryside, the serenity, it's just so peaceful. So guess what? My husband and I had a crazy idea of actually buying a villa in Italy. So this year we've officially moved in, spent Christmas here. So this video is going to be all about what we've been up to in the last 6 months, how we got here, the other properties we viewed, the entire process, us officially moving in. So I hope you enjoy this video. Buongiorno. Welcome to Positano. Hey guys, so we're in Iceland right now. Ready?
You filming?
Yeah. Okay, take 1. Cheers.
Cheers. Why am I here? Why did you drag me out from?
Why are you here?
Yes. Am I getting paid for this?
Of course not. So, first question. Okay. People are asking, why did we choose Italy?
Is it just your mum?
Actually, 2 people are asking.
Oh, okay. Your mum and your brother.
Yeah, my mom. Yeah, why did we choose Italy?
I guess after all the places that we have been lucky enough to travel to, the one we felt most, well, I felt most at home at or enjoyed most everywhere we went was Italy, whether it be the food or obviously
so
loving
true.
history and the culture and the architecture and the greenery, you know, the views, it's spectacular.
And that just started when we had our honeymoon, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's where we instantly fell in love with it.
yeah. So we went to France and Italy, and France was great, fabulous too.
Yeah.
But there was something about Italy and going into the old hilltop villages and the piazzas and how Italians seem to embrace life and sitting around having a chat or tea or chismes as you call it.
The siestas are my
You like the
favorite.
siestas, yeah. It just felt really nice. It
The
felt
tea or
really,
chismes.
really familiar.
Yeah, that's true. So actually, we really fell in love with Italy when we had our honeymoon in 2019. You know, honestly, I was so surprised how beautiful it was, the countryside. Nick and I don't like crowded touristy places. We're more like off the beaten track. How do you call it?
We live in a crowded,
Exactly.
busy place, so
Exactly.
for downtime we prefer to do something different. And found so many fabulous places and love the food. And it's so simple. The ingredients are so fresh. You know,
The food is so good. You could never have a bad meal in Italy.
yeah, just get a nice tomato, some olive oil. I mean, you got a meal. You know, so it was just
That's true. So we really love Italy. Of all the places and continents, what continents we've been in, we really love Italy. The house search. Okay. How many did we view and how was the house search for you online and offline? How was the house search?
so virtually probably checked out. I don't know.
Over 100.
Oh God, 500. I reckon.
He checked out so many Italian listings
I
online.
love research. Okay.
All over. Like
Shoot me.
Como, Tuscany, everywhere. All of the nice places we've been to. Nick researched so many online listings that I could not keep up. During pandemic, he's just viewing all the online listings, watching the walkthrough videos. It never ended.
So anyway,
I wasn't
so-
even sure if you were serious because there were more than 100 listings.
Well, it was a quiet hour a day or so I had to make the most of it. So the property search was easy, and then it was a case of trying to find. Realtors work differently here, so it was a case of finding someone locally who we felt we could work with and trust to a degree,
Yeah.
to work with you to point you in the right direction. as well as working out the hardest thing was actually us working out what we wanted.
Yeah.
Did we want to live inside the walls of an old town, Centro Storico, or live out?
That's so true. Nick and I were having the longest debate. Did we want a place near a touristy place, near a piazza with all the restaurants, with all the shops, but it would be like an apartment or, or a room in a building? Or did we want somewhere a little bit outside the city, but with more space, right?
And you know what made our mind up? It was Luca. Because when we first started looking, we didn't have Luca.
Yeah, that's true.
And then when Luca came along, we thought, well, we live in a nice apartment now, so why swap one apartment for another? And he will benefit from space. So
that's true.
It led us to where we are now.
To Luca.
It's his fault.
But ultimately, we viewed how many? 5.
Yeah, we only saw 5 or
5.
Yeah, 5.
Because they weren't replying. Nick messaged so many, but not all the Italian realtors were responding. So by the time we got to Italy, we were only able to view a few. 5.
Yeah, we would have seen. We had more to see.
Yeah.
But then we found.
I just noticed your mic has no light. How come mine has?
Because my light, my dear, is on the other side.
Okay. Anyway.
Technology's beyond it.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so we only viewed 5. And what did you think of the others? Why was it a reject?
The
others
either too small.
Too small.
Dodgy,
or too big.
Dodgy construction.
Yeah.
That worried me how much work would have to be done. Wrong location, too big. Yeah, it just wasn't quite right.
The vibe wasn't right.
The vibe. Gosh, that's such a 70s thing.
The vibe?
Yes, gosh.
70s?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
The vibe.
so...
Oh yeah, so let's talk about when we found this place.
Okay.
Okay, go.
So we were meeting up with an agent who I'd been corresponding with quite a bit. Fabio, good guy. Recommend him.
The story...
If you want to know his details, ask.
Yes, you put that.
So we started driving up here, and he gave Google coordinates as the location. So, oh God! And it was a bit of a drive. It was like 50 minutes from where we're at. And in Italy, often the owners are in the property when you view it, which is a bit weird, but hey ho. So we started driving up here, and we turned off the normal road, tarmac road, onto a dirt track, and we'd been warned. I thought, oh dear. And then it's quite rutted and
Parang our mood shifted from excited to parang, where are we?
Yeah, we just got to do this because so many people have come a long way because there was a guy working for us, and then there was the agent for the selling party.
And then the owners.
And then the owners who'd no doubt cleaned it up and stuff like that. So
like, let's just be polite and view it.
Yeah, so we drove up this dirt
road.
track, and it was a little bit iffy
in the middle of nowhere. Dirt road up the valley. So many trees.
But beautiful views either side, so we knew it had potential. And then as we got closer, lovely gates. Over there with stone pillars either side, surrounded by greenery and fields and stuff. And we got out the car, walked in. The previous owners were gardeners, so the garden is lovely. Sorry, we've probably wrecked it by the time you see this. But the previous gardeners really looked after the place.
Yeah.
And we walked in and just walked out to the front to the view and had a quick look at the house and thought, wow.
As in the second we walked in, it shifted from let's just be polite and get this viewing over with to, oh my God, this is it.
And
did you feel that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Sort of all stood at the front there and looked and thought, this is beautiful. This is really nice.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is the Casa Higson.
Yeah, well, yeah, so the funny thing was we almost wanted to turn around thinking the access road was too bad or it can't be nice.
Yeah.
But it actually ended up being the one we bought.
It ended up being it. So we're here in Tuscany and we're actually looking for a place to buy. And the house behind us is really nice. So sealing the deal. What did we do to prepare to close the deal? So you had to fly out earlier.
Well, firstly was check behind the pillows of the sofa to see whether we could afford it. a lot of research actually about the taxes. So when you buy a place here, you kind of need to have an idea of the legalities of buying a place. So again, more research, and basically you can add 10% onto whatever your purchase price is.
Okay.
If you add
We'll
10%,
leave that in the tips.
Okay, we came out and saw it in June.
June.
Saw it a couple of times then. I came out.
Then he flew in September.
I flew out for just a few days in September.
Yeah.
So an exciting day as we head to the powerhouse to check out the fine details, meeting the geometra and also the agents and hopefully the owners, and work out whether this is going to be a done deal or not. We need to check out the location of the pool, see what furniture they're going to leave. So yeah, very exciting. Let's go and have a look, see what it looks like. So the next meeting is going to be with the lawyer, and that's to sign the proxy papers to allow our agent to do certain things on our behalf, and power of attorney, which means that I don't need to be there for completion. And we also want to get some more information from the lawyer about the process and the payments, and to make sure that we're protected when we make payments to the lawyer's escrow account. So all very exciting. Another stage that needs to be done before we can take possession. So as you can see, it's really awful weather. The views are ridiculously fabulous, and so let's hope this gets done okay with the minimum of stress and trouble. So another exciting development in that it's time to go and try and open bank accounts. Lawyer all good, and property great, property excellent, and agreed what stuff that they'll leave there and what stuff we'll need to buy. So it's all very exciting. So yeah, a short but sweet trip, but definitely successful, and the adventure continues. Now time to go home to my family.
Yeah, so you did all the stuff in September, and then here we are. We flew in December with all our luggage. Don't know which furniture they pulled out, and usually in Italy they pull out even the kitchens, even the stovetops. So honestly, we didn't know. We didn't know what we would see. We just crossed our fingers, hope there's warm water for Luca, a nice bed, and So we have the owners behind us just, informing us the details of the house. They're officially turning it over tomorrow, and it's so exciting.
My biggest fear was that you'd get here and freeze.
Exactly.
Because
I was so scared.
We'd only seen it in summer, and it was a really hot Italian summer, so cicadas, and it was just beautiful.
Yeah.
My fear was we'd turn up here, with G, you and
then
Luca,
we'll be freezing.
and you freeze and you'd never want to come back.
Oh my God.
So that was genuinely my fear. But here we are now. It's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're sitting in jumpers.
It's super raining, but today is our official first day in the powerhouse. But it's actually great to see it at its worst, because we saw it at its best.
True.
Just like in any relationship.
But what about you though? Because before we came here, you had all these negative thoughts about it.
I'm so negative. He's a positive one. I'm so negative.
She's definitely glass half empty. This person. So
I thought you were gonna say like glass half bitchy or something.
Wouldn't dream of saying that.
But honestly, I love it. I love the serenity. It feels very safe. The evenings are so quiet. I think I've had the best sleep here. I've learned how to cope with the cold, so it's been good. Yeah, I've enjoyed it.
Thank goodness.
Tips for those interested who want to buy in Italy, move in Italy. What are the tips or the best practices you can share?
First thing you need to know is, this is really boring but quite important. Like, what are your visa? Can you actually come here and spend time here?
Yeah.
Because that's super important to be able to do that.
But then we got this as a holiday home.
Yeah, that's right.
Just so you know, we're not moving here. This is a holiday home. We'll be back for work.
Yes, all too soon.
Yeah, the visa.
Okay, I'd say research, and as boring as it sounds, you've got to do research online, not only to find out what you might like, but also to get an idea of what you think the prices for places would be. Because we got pretty good when we would look at places to get a price point. You kind of walk in and know what the price point should be. So do lots of research. YouTube is fabulous to follow people.
We watched so many YouTube
Yeah.
videos. Expats in Italy, buying properties in Italy, renovations in Italy.
Yeah, they're really
That was
useful.
so helpful.
Yeah, and in fact, we were walking around our local
Oh
supermarket
my God.
and ran into a couple who we'd been following and caught up with them and had a nice dinner.
Yes.
Hey, Debbie and Steen.
You have to check
Thank you.
out Debbie and Steen of Our Italian Destiny. People are so open here sharing their tips and advices. Join a lot of Facebook expat groups, expats in Italy or moving to Italy, Italy buy and sell. There's so many.
And pay it forward. You know, people who help us has been so useful for us. So,
Yeah.
you know, already we're trying to share what little information we've gathered with other people. What would your tips be?
Tips for people who want to buy, I think do a lot of research on the area. What do you really like? Like, do you like the busy places? Do you like the touristy places? Are you in it for malls or us? We visited so many hill towns, ancient towns, you know, agriturismo, countryside areas to really know which area we liked. And we love where we found our Casa Higson because it's like a little base. Because from here we go to our favorite hill towns, Cortona. We can easily drive to Siena, Pienza, Montepulciano from here.
San Gimignano, yeah.
And it just excites us because every time we're here, we discover something new. So yeah, a tip would be really research on the neighborhood, research on the place.
Because
Yeah.
we didn't know, we actually, if you remember in June, we stayed in, I don't know, 6 places. But we stayed in 3 places inside city walls in lovely hill towns.
That's true.
And 3 places outside like this, just to try and work out
That is so true.
whether we wanted to be in an old palazzo and have a nice
it was
apartment.
helpful.
Yeah, I thought so.
I hope you guys enjoyed our video on the tips and our story on finding our villa in Italy. So if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to send it in the comments below. And stay tuned as we have more adventures.
You said I'm in 1 video, that's it. No, just 1.
We're gonna force him to share more
No,
tips in
no,
the
we're not.
future video. So stay tuned and thank you for watching, everybody. You have to do the bye.
Oh, okay. Sige, okay naman.
What's your favorite Filipino word?
Pasalubong.
My husband, everyone.